Period. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It's payday today. Now, I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me before I get into this markup. You guys, when I tell you, I rolled out of bed. I rolled out of bed. I made like dough and I rolled. Just like that. It is so cold here in Georgia. And honestly, I'm here for it. It doesn't get cold like this in Florida, so I'm not mad, but it's cold. So let me just make sure that you guys can hear me. I don't like to I don't want to hold on one second, guys. One second. I don't wanna why doesn't it show that I'm live? One second, you guys. My deepest apologies. Usually my audio is good, but I just like to double check. And for some reason, I'm not coming up as live right now. It's just weird. Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right. So, good morning. Welcome everyone to Pretty Girls Trade 2. And we trade Bitcoin. We're going to get straight into this markup. Let me go ahead and share my screen. And I'm going to obviously show you what we marked up yesterday. So let me do that. Okay. Okay. So, So, do we remember how I said yesterday, right? Yesterday, we marked this up, okay? And I said, based off of where price was at, it was definitely going to continue to go up, but I wanted to catch on the pullback, okay? My student, she was on stream. Shout out to her. We have a call right after this, right? But she said to me, she was like, Danny, I get this support, I get the resistance, I get the ceiling, I get the floor, but what's this fib? So I was like, you know what? Type shit. I was like, I got you. So I am currently adding to my digital curriculum. If you guys don't know my digital curriculum, I will show you guys a sneak peek of it because that's typically what I do toward the end of our stream. But as you can see here, I know there's a lot of colors here, okay, but I had set this buy limit here. If you put the pending buy limit in, you should still have it in unless your platform or your broker expired it, depending on what your settings are, okay? We entered onto TradingView to mark up the chart. So we marked up the chart at 8 a.m., all right, same time around now. And price was at its low. Price was not going to go any lower, and we can see why. Okay, I want to catch it on a snipe just in case price wanted to, be fresh. In case price thought it was Funk Master Flex, and we was gonna catch it. But I wanted us to get the best entry possible. And to me, this was the best entry possible, but it just decided to keep going up, which is fine. All right, so let's go ahead and delete this because we're going to mark up Bitcoin for the final time this week. Okay, I hope you guys are doing okay. Shout out to all the parents because, baby, I woke up this morning. I said, yeah, no. whoever has school, my boyfriend didn't even go to work today. And he works. It's too cold. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's a we gotta mark up this chart. But there's a there's a song that went viral of some Detroit natives talking about some it's so cold in the deep. Took me out, man. It just reminded me back. Took me back to middle school. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna shoot higher for sure. Bitcoin is gonna try and hit these highs, okay, because we have a lot of sellers here. We have people that are playing quite literally ping pong. All right. When I first started marking up Bitcoin, I noticed this pattern and I called it the Pong chain, okay, because it was a play on ping pong and the blockchain, right? But I noticed that Bitcoin, if you can tell, right, we're just going to go over this very, very, very briefly. If you can tell, do you see how Bitcoin is just going back and forth and up and down? Okay, remember, and we will go over this in my education Forex Basic series, okay, where I will explain the power of your floor in the market and your ceiling in the market, aka your low in the market and your high in the market, okay? And my student, she broke it down so beautifully. She's so intelligent. And she was just like, okay, so I'm basically like I'm predicting the future, like telling the future by marking up support and resistance. I said, exactly. Okay. And I'm gonna definitely edit my curriculum PowerPoint just so that, you know, um, I can have that point in there. But I said exactly. Okay, exactly. You are marking up the previous, okay, the previous support and resistance. And that is how you're going to predict what will happen in the future, because look at what happened, right? And this is on a daily time frame. So imagine how much how much movement was capitalized off of simply because people knew the highs and the lows. People knew when to press buy and people knew when to press sell because of previous movement. You understand? So right now, I'm definitely looking for some buys because we see it starting to try and, stabilize a little bit here at this 111. And our stochastic is pushing up. All right. Excuse me. On our 4-hour, price is overbought. Okay. Or, this part used to always confuse me, but essentially, price is wanting to sell. It's overbought. I've heard some people say it's oversold when it comes up here and all these things. I say it's overbought because when something's overbought, that means everyone's buying it and now it's time to sell it. All right. That's personally what I call it. So as you can see here, price wants to sell, right? The thing is, okay, sometimes we might think, oh no, price wants to come all the way back down. No, right? Sometimes price just wants to come down to, you can see where my plus sign is in my mouse, right? Sometimes price just wants to come down to a support level to then continue up, because look what it did here before. You understand? So this is how you use your indicators to assist you. Your indicators are not going to make a trade for you, okay? Because if you noticed, price was going up on my stochastic. This is called a stochastic indicator. And on the daily time frame, it was pointing up. Now it's telling me, okay, yeah, it's going up, but it's going to come down a little bit before it goes up. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and draw my buy fib to look for a good pullback zone to buy. Okay. And personally, let me look at that 1 hour and see what it's doing. Okay. Watch this. You see on the 1 hour how far down it's going? That means that honestly, I'm looking for the lowest possible entry. okay, which is going to be one of my colored lines within this sandwich. Okay, within this white ice cream sandwich, we can either use strawberry, we can do mango sorbet, or we could do margarita. All right. I love a good margarita. So we're oh man, I love a good margarita though. We'll talk. I foresee something like yesterday happening, but because it's pointing down, I want to catch it at its low. And let me see how many pips this is. So this is too many. 55. So this is around the same that I found. I kind of want to put it at that 786, but that's not a pending order spot. So we're going to do the 835. The 835 never steered me wrong. All right. I'm tempted to take it to the 50 again. I'm tempted. But I just don't like that it's not covering this low at least, you know? And it's pointing down. So it's going to want to touch a stable low, which is like right here. This is a really good area for a buy, for a pending buy. So if you want, you can do that, or we can set a buy stop. I know I've never set a buy stop on here with you guys, but we're gonna do it today. We're gonna do it today. We're gonna set a buy stop today. We're gonna take it from the continuation up, because once it breaks this high, that's it. It's going for sure. So we're gonna keep this perfect. I'm gonna be honest. My buy stop game, that's different. That's beastie. Not gonna lie, but let me go ahead and put this into the chat for you guys. Okay, we're gonna do a pending buy stop. I repeat, a pending buy stop. If you don't understand these vocab terms, I highly recommend that you apply to my mentorship, okay? Because I give you free resources. I give you free resources that will help you with understanding not only the verbiage and the lingo of traders, but also, why is this so low? But also help you to decode trading language. Okay? There's a difference between a buy stop and a buy limit. And if you don't know, that will get in the way of you making money. Okay? So I do have that pending buy stop. I do have that available to you guys. Connect with me on Instagram to get access. DM me. That is how you get access. You have to follow and DM me. Okay? That's the only way that works. All right? Pending stop EP 111 817 111 8. I'm gonna do it exactly. 111 817 stop loss is 111 260. And TP. Very important when you're putting your numbers into, you guys. Make sure you're putting in the right number, because that can get in the way of your money too. So, make sure that you're really covering all your bases. Because, now, okay, let me go back to StreamYard and let me go ahead and pin that. All right. So I just wanted to say very, very quickly, right? The reason why you will not necessarily be able to learn on my live trading sessions is because I'm not on here for a long time, and I'm not going to over explain and do things like that, because I do have the resources coming for you guys. Okay. I'm really excited about it. I am being a little bit of a stickler as far as how it's being presented, because I want it to be good. All right, so just keep that in mind. I do have my Forex Basics coming near you. It is coming soon. I promise you it is. All right. Um, I think I might record the first video for you guys today, because I really want you guys to have it. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, if you're new here, if you're not from around these parts, you know what I'm saying? If, you're the new kid in town, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This. Okay. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I have created a digital online curriculum classroom, right? I'm not with Google Classroom. I'm not with any of those affiliate programs. This is strictly just good morning, babe. Morning. This is strictly me helping you by making the hard things about trading easy. You have to understand. One second. All right. I tell people all the time, I'm like, trading is not hard. Okay. Finding the right information that will make you consistent money is hard. Okay. That is hard. And I have spent thousands on education alone. Okay. I have dissected the meat and the potatoes, and I have invested in the education. And as a result of me investing in my own education, I now am teaching you. Okay. So that's what we're doing here. Like I said, I'm going to go over it because I'm kind of excited to kind of just start. Today is Friday. It's payday. Make sure you put in this pending order. Okay. Put in this pending order. We're doing a buy stop. Um, Hold on, let me see if it just activated because I ain't recall it. Hold on a second. Hold on. Holla. Oh, you know what? I'm tripping. I didn't even put it in yet. I didn't even put it in yet, guys. Um, so I'm not gonna waste your guys' time. Okay, the pending order is in the comments. I have it pinned. All right. Definitely keep up with me, follow up with me, and stay tuned for when I post the first official Forex Basics video to get us started and get the ball rolling so that you guys can get one step closer to profitability, one step closer to consistent passive income, okay, and one step closer to real growth. All right. So, with that being said, you guys, I just want to say thank you, thank you so much for your time. Okay, because without you, this would not be possible. It's just point blank, period. I do this for you guys, I do this for us, and I'm just super grateful. So, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for your time. Goodbye.